Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to our little joint channel. We are going to be talking and discussing mainly music.
Communicating.
In this channel. We're gonna be doing things. In this first video, we're gonna start this off strong. We're gonna be reacting to and ranking Linkin Park's new album, From Zero. It came out last night.
Like the beginning? Get it? Because it's like a reference to the first song.
So Linkin Park, before they were a band, they were called Zero.
I knew that.
So it's okay. So this is our video. Let us know what you guys think.
Let's cut that.
Let us know what you guys think about this album in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell down below to get notifications on our next video. And
Can we do that little bell sound thing? Ding. Yeah, like we put that in there.
Ding.
You should do like a bell sound from like a.
Wait, when? No, when did I ask?
Like Hell's Bells, that'd be sick.
Gotcha.
I'm giving you guys ideas because maybe you guys ideas are.
Can we fire him?
Maybe we could like put that on our notes and then
Sure,
just send
yeah.
it to us
Maybe I can
after.
fucking page you or something.
Yeah. Why don't you just reach out to my secretary? So the first song on this album is the intro.
Are you like serious?
Seriously?
That was crazy.
Just a lot. Sorry.
No, continue.
Now that we're professionals, the first song on this album is intro from Zero, right?
From Zero parentheses intro.
Intro, yeah.
It's an intro. It's a couple seconds long. So Linkin Park was actually called Zero before they were called themselves Linkin Park. So this album name and the song name is a double entendre. Like they're starting from scratch now because new singer, all that. But it's also alluding to their roots and how they started. So
Yeah, tell them how you really feel. You know? So.
yeah, be a little silly. Get a little fun with it. No, not insane. Just be like,
Okay. So the first song on this album is The Emptiness Machine after the intro. I really like this song. I feel like it really shows like the screaming. Emily Armstrong, I really like her vocals. I think that they did a really cool take and they still have like their sound, like their iconic sound. And I feel like that was not only a great first song on the album, but it was a great first single with the new singer.
A good thing to think about is, so Mike Shinoda, the rapper,
Yeah.
he produces everything and he
really?
writes all the music. So the reason why we still have that sound is because he's still at the forefront of that. You know, he's the brains, Chester was the heart, and that's what made Linkin Park so good.
If all of Linkin Park decided we want this next person in the band, we should respect that. And I think Chester would be happy.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he loved his band very much, like a family, and he knows they needed to do what they had to do to keep going. And I would have wanted the same thing.
Yeah, so I think this was a good, safe single to start with. Definitely not my favorite song on the album, but it's a banger. Like you can't deny that. I think it's smart to open with Mike, get some, relatively familiar sound going, and then it just hits hard with Emily on that second verse, and for the rest of the song. So I would give this song a 9 out of 10.
I would do the same, yeah.
Okay, guys, so the next song on this album is Cut the Bridge.
You mean Bleed It Out?
Very reminiscent of the song Bleed It Out from Minutes to Midnight. We're definitely getting that vibe from this one. From each song, I can name an album that could have been on. They did that clearly on purpose, which I think is cool.
Okay.
I think is cool.
With
but
that,
you're 100% right.
yeah.
I think out of all of the songs, this one is a little bit too on the nose than the rest of them.
I think that it really was it just kind of sounded a lot like the first song too. I don't know.
It's valid.
I guess it's like if you're gonna start from zero, I think that you should start from zero then, and not like, because if we're starting from zero, we're starting from scratch. We shouldn't be like starting from the middle and the end and all these different albums.
It is from scratch, but I understand where
Does
you're
that make sense?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Overall, I think this song is, dare I say, the weakest on the album. Dare I say,
darling. I would have to, I don't want to say that yet because we're going to rate that at the end. But
Yes.
I'm going to put The Emptiness Machine over this one. For sure.
I agree.
We should start writing the list right now.
So far, this is an 8 out of 10. Maybe
say,
even 7.
I'll say like 7, 6.5.
I'll say 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay, song number 4 technically is Heavy as the Crown, the second single they released. I think so far this is the best one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, easily.
I don't agree.
Okay, so the bridge, the screaming on the bridge, crazy.
I like the screaming. That actually made me add the song. Like that, like when that happened, I added the song. But I genuinely thought the chorus was just very similar to "Emptiness the Machine," and the Emptiness Machine, "Emptiness the Machine," Florence the Machine. I think it's so.
Continue.
As I was saying, that little pre-chorus they do before the chorus, like that 4-second thing, it just was very like not the genre I guess I was expecting. I don't know. I liked the riff. I thought that was really cool, but like we were listening to Faint and it sounds a lot like that. Just a lot of like in the end kind of like combined together, which is cool. If that's what they're going for, I think that's great. But if we are starting from zero and we're just making
You're
something,
saying the same thing you said last video.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again until you fucking listen. It's not the strongest song on the album.
So far, it's Emptiness Machine.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I think this song clearly inspired by Meteora. We all can tell it sounds like Faint. But I think it's good. I think it hits hard in all the right places. And I think, like I said, that bridge is
fire.
Pretty iconic.
Yeah, it's a fire bridge. The vocals are great. The music is great.
That's valid.
I don't know.
Okay, so
it's
far...
good. It's good. It's a good album. I love the album. But like,
all right, so this is a 9.5 out of 10 for me.
Okay, I'll say 7.5, 8.
Okay.
7.7.
Okay.
Okay, so the next song is Over Each Other. I think this is my second favorite so far. I really, really like that. This is our new band. This is our new singer, and I love that. I think that we were talking about that really giving us Paramore vibes, and I think that this song is just so original to their new sound, and I think that's what I want for them is we have a new singer. Let's utilize that. Let's really go in this new direction, and I really like this song. I added it immediately.
What would you rank it?
Compared to everything else in the album, I'd probably give it like an 8.8.
Okay. Yeah, this song really grew on me when this was the third single they released. And at first I was like, okay, this is clearly like the weakest one. That's why they released this third. But it is I think it's probably the catchiest song on the album for me. And the lack of Mike should be like, oh, that makes this a weaker song because there's no rapping. Mike isn't singing at all, but it really has nothing to do with it. I think it's an amazing song, even without his singing, which says a lot. So I have a feeling this one might, in the future, beat Heavy as the Crown in my personal ranking. But so far, Heavy as the Crown is just a tiny bit better than this one. So I'd rank this like a 9.3.
It's always great seeing what a singer can do, and I feel like that really, we're like, all right, let's show them what you can do.
Yeah.
Let's show them, like, everyone what you can do, and I really love that about that song. I do think that through time, like, this one is just like, it's like you said, it's really catchy.
It's a good one.
It really is the new Linkin Park sound that I think that we've all been kind of wanting for this new singer, because the old ones are like, we're kind of going back to old albums, you know. I think this is really...
Yeah, if I were to compare this to an album, it could be on One More Light, but even at that extent, I don't think it could. I think it's a little different.
Yeah.
Which is good. Okay, guys, Casualty, how do you feel about it?
You go first.
Okay. This is obviously one of those songs that could have been on The Hunting Party. It's clear from the start. The opening vocals sound like Keys to the Kingdom. So I think it's a great song. Mike screaming also is a choice.
He didn't scream though.
He's never made those noises.
I genuinely was questioning
if that was even him.
If that was MGK or not. If they did get him to do that part, I think the song would be bigger. I'm not gonna lie. I know that's such a hot take, but like it's just all about like branding and like promotion and stuff. So it's
I agree.
You know?
But it was cool. Yeah, definitely the heaviest song on the record, easily.
Easily.
And I think I think they had a plan and they executed it.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're done.
They did.
Is it the best song on the album? No. No. I think we'll rank them later, but I give this one an 8, solid 8.
I think that they're like, let's make a screaming song, and so they did it. And I think if anyone else did it, it's kind of like, I think it could have been a stronger song. It was good. I love the drum changes. I love screaming. I love like metal like that. Could the song have just been a better write? Yeah. Emily, has been getting so much hate for being in this band, and I think her acknowledging that hate in the songs would have been really cool.
But then the flip side to that is like, is that so like try hard on the nose?
That would have been nice for Mike to talk about him.
He has
Talk
at
about,
their
like,
live shows.
Well, like talking about him in the songs. And
Well, so he dropped an EP, a solo EP,
Really?
after Chester passed, like within a couple months, I think.
Really?
Called Post Traumatic, and that whole album is just all of exactly what you're asking for.
I
like, it's been 7 years. It's been 7 years.
Has it been 7 years already?
That's not dismissing his legendary, you know.
Of course. I want to add on to that though and say like it would have been cool like to just like hear like a little rap of like always gonna be remembered, we're never gonna forget you, and then like she kind of talks about getting hate from all these people. Like,
well, think about this. Why do you think Heavy Is the Crown is called that?
I have no idea.
Because she's now taking the crown, and she knows like it's one of the like heaviest fucking things. And the chorus of that song is, "This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crown." Like, you guys want Linkin Park to come back. Like, I have a very hard job to do if I'm gonna take his place.
I like that.
You
No,
know what
I like
mean?
that. I think when you know more lore, he knows all the lore, so that's why this video is even happening. Because I genuinely, I think it's great because there's someone like me who's an outsider looking in, and there's someone like you who's a vet with this stuff, and I think that that's great. I could speak ignorantly because I don't know about them, and you can like, you know, educate me on all this stuff going on, because that's the last thing I'd want is like to be like, oh yeah, and you're like, you know.
Okay, so the next song is Overflow.
He had to start this off, so just.
I think they knew before they made this one. Okay, this one's gonna be the underrated sort of trip hop kind of weird one. You were saying Black Bear vibes. I'm thinking like,
why don't we let me say that on my turn?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so this one gave me like Massive Attack, sort of like a cool.
Yeah.
But I think it's better than Cut the Bridge.
My name's Blur.
This is another one that I think is gonna grow on me a lot. Driving to this in the rain, like really loud, especially near the end of the song where the drums like get really like, is like a vibe. You guys should try it. I think that's what made the song for me. Mike's rapping is very, he gets a little flamboyant with it, like, we are done fun, right? I think it's a pretty song. I think it's atmospheric, and I think that's what they also tried. They did it for that reason.
Is it my turn?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I respect their creativity. Trying something new. I feel like that's always respectable with another artist. I will never put anyone down for that. It took like 30, 40 seconds to start. It gave me a Black Bear vibe. I wasn't really expecting that, nor did I really want that for a Linkin Park album. As I said, I do respect that. It took like 3 minutes for me to actually really like the song, for the song to genuinely start for me. So it's like, I don't know if I would go out of my way to really listen to that again. I love that part when it really, like you were saying, when it really kicks in, and Emily's actually going for it. I think that's, Hank, it's not all about you, buddy. Come here. Okay. Come to daddy. Come to daddy. So
It's only 3 minutes long.
it's a 3 minute and like 3 minutes and like 30 seconds. There was like 30 seconds of it that I genuinely liked.
Yeah.
And I think
Very
if
good.
the whole song was heavy like that, it would have been number one for me.
What would you rate it? You're feeling a 6.5, 7.
I would probably say 4.
Oh, so it's the worst song so far for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worst song so far.
I would rate this one a 7. 7.5 maybe. We got Two-Face. Dare I say the best song? I don't know yet. Another one might grow on me to overtake its place, but the song is iconic, clearly giving Hybrid Theory, clearly giving One Step Closer. I love how the bridge of this one is Stop Yelling at Me, while the bridge of One Step Closer is Shut Up When I'm Talking to You. It's kind of alluding to it a bit. That's what I was talking about earlier. Mike's flow and delivery is on the money. It couldn't be better. It's literally perfect. And I think the chorus delivers the job it's meant to do. Not the best chorus of the album, but it hits hard. And again, the bridge, iconic. This one's a 10 out of 10 for me.
I really, 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 really liked this one. I feel like people who are just casual Linkin Park fans, you know, not like stans, not like crazy fans, just people who are outside looking in, this really kind of gave us what we wanted.
Yeah.
Like if we're waiting for it, we're like, let's see what she can do, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
because a lot of people were just already no new singer, and people like that. Those very close-minded listeners. You can never please people like that. Those aren't really true fans. I think fans are the people who are down for something new and down to hear, because clearly, like I said before, if they're willing to have a new singer, they all made that decision. I support their decision completely, and this is what I was waiting for.
100%.
This song was absolutely fantastic. I thought that Mike's flow was amazing. I thought that the chorus was great. Definitely could have been a little bit stronger in my opinion, but that bridge.
Wait, that's funny. I feel like I just said that.
You did.
It's crazy. You're like copying me.
Well, I'm agreeing with what you said.
What would you rate
They
it?
ask you if you're fine. You just.
They ask you if you're fine when you're not fine.
So it's funny because you
That
copy.
was the funniest thing.
It's just funny because you love copying my stuff.
I love that you just referenced that vine, dude.
Let's just get your hand off of my fucking leg.
So what would you rate it?
I wasn't actually done talking. That crazy.
I'm trying to wrap us up.
Stop yelling at me! I'll rank this one like a 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emptiness Machine was also a 9.
I think that was a
Or
9 or a
9.5.
10. Yeah, something like that. Because I really like that song. That was a really. Those two are the best on the album so far.
Okay, next we got Stained.
He's like his glass up. Next we have Stained.
I think it's.
Next we have.
I don't think it's near the best songs. I don't think it's near the worst songs. I really think the song's probably like gonna be middle of the line for me. I think the chorus is great. She hits those notes very well. Mike's rapping is, it gets the job done. It's nothing. It's nothing special on this one. He's not even really rapping. He's
Well, you said that was really funny. He did what he needed to do. He clocked in.
He clocked in. Mike clocked in. But yeah, I think this one's
He showed
good.
up. Like
This one's fine.
He brought the coffee. He brought
Yeah.
the donuts. Like
Yeah.
he was a sport to work with.
Yeah. What do you think?
If they wanted a radio hit, this is it for sure. Like if they're like, yo,
Like
this one's
pop radio.
as I was saying, no, like they're like, we want a radio hit. This is it. I think you could play this on a pop radio. You could play this like, Kiss FM, whatever, I'm sure. But the chorus is so catchy, like unbelievably catchy. I really liked it a lot.
You liked her. What about the chorus did you like?
I just loved how catchy it was.
Her.
Oh yeah. I really liked her rasp. Her rasp on it, like you could just hear the gravel, stay. Like stay. She was like stay. Like I really liked that a lot. Sorry, I'm not trying to say I'm a singer or anything.
He's showing off.
But I make
It's
music,
okay.
so.
Yeah, good one. I would rate it a solid 7.8.
I'd honestly probably rate this top 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because. Wow. If that's what they were going for, a radio perfect song, like I thought this is a radio hit. People will be like, oh, this song wasn't that good, but if they sell it enough, if they push the song enough, it's gonna get into everyone's head and it's going to be that song.
Yeah.
If they do what they did with that Ed Sheeran song, the Bad Habits, like that song was like so mid in my honest opinion, but they sold it. They pushed it so much, it was in everyone's head. We couldn't get it out. If they did the same thing with this one, like this one has solid material. It's really good and I like it a lot.
Very good.
Yeah. I would mark this one like an 8, 9. So this one's I gave you everything I have. Sorry. This one.
Past tense.
I think that it's like I gave you everything. Or fuck. It's like everything I had. And just to watch me bleed. Like it's very like no, that's what I'm saying. It's like a very repetitive like melody that she has throughout this entire album.
She hits a lot of the same notes.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. And I
mean,
like
that's
this
her
song.
vocal range.
Yeah.
That's her vocal range,
But she has a very wide range. I feel like she could still do other things.
That's why we really like Over Each Other.
I liked Mike's thing that he had, that rap part for the first verse.
It's not rigid, not fair.
But I think it could have been a little bit more in the end. A little bit more numb. Like a little bit more, just a little bit like, of a flow rather than like he's kind of
Staccato. The dun dun da 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 da.
not necessarily the staccato, just it's a call and response like that he's doing with Emily. And I think that if he just kind of did like a thing, I would have liked this song a lot more. This is still my favorite song on the album, actually.
Whoa.
This is my favorite song on the album.
Wow,
I
you should have started with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, maybe I would have, but you just kept cutting me off. So it was one of those things where it's just like, give me the chance, and I'll just, and I'll run with the stars. I'll show you what I can do. So
Bro, I just find it funny because like I gave you everything I had, and Linky. This song is really good. Like
it's really good.
It's giving. Dare I say, it's part of it is honestly giving a line in the sand from The Hunting Party.
You're just so like educated with these albums and these songs. It's really impressive, dude. I'm really grateful that we did this together.
Yeah, I love you. Oh my god.
Yeah.
From now on, I don't need you. That bridge is great. I think it's a really good song. Definitely in my top 5. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It's really good. It's also going to be a grower. I spoke too
soon. I spoke too soon, yeah.
I know it is. Well, it's your favorite, apparently, so it's fine.
Well, not yet, because I didn't rate it.
Oh.
So.
This is like a
8 or 9 for me.
This is a 9.5.
Okay.
Yeah. 9.3. Maybe just a 9.
Yeah.
All right, we've reached the last song. Short album.
Yeah. 30 minutes.
35 minutes. This song's really sad. Hit Me in the Feels. Probably the... Did I already say a different chorus? I think this might be the best chorus.
Really? What would you rate it?
Like a 9.
I have a lot to say about this one. It's honestly giving me G-Eazy Halsey vibes. I like it because it does get me in my feels, and it almost seems like they're kind of like referring to like Chester a little bit. I don't know why. Like the Good Things Go. Like that's the last song on the album. Unfortunately, we can't stay in the old, sound that we had. We have to keep moving forward, and I really like that message. So I'm probably gonna rate it higher than everything else, than a lot of other songs. But like I said, like that G-Eazy Halsey thing, I just wasn't too crazy about it, and I felt like her chorus was really similar to Runaway by Galantis. If you guys like know that song and you listen to Good Things Go, you are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Da 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 da. I wanna run away somewhere out this place. It seemed like that's where it was like literally gonna go. Please, someone do a remix and tag me. Like I would love to hear that. That would be so sick. That'd be so cool.
All right, so guys. We're going to rank them in order now.
Okay, let's rank them. So mine, we could do this all day. I could re-rank these over and over again. It's just more as I get accustomed to the album, I'm gonna rate them differently. My first ones, I gave you everything I had. Second, Emptiness Machine. Third, Two-Face. 4, Stained. 5, Good Things Go, because like I said, it kind of makes you feel something. It kind of brings you to the story, this conclusion, but also like the end of something and the start of something beautiful, I guess. 6 is Over Each Other. 7 is Heavy as the Crown. 8, Cut the Bridge. 9, Casualty. And 10, Overflow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
These
but
ones,
I get it.
Like,
no,
like
honestly,
6 and 7 and 8,
I
I could cut it. I could move them around.
That makes sense for you.
For me? What is that?
Why is Stained so high? Really?
Stained, what was that one? Stained. Well, like I like that because it seemed like they are going in a new. Oh, that's the poppy one, right? That I was talking about. Well, that's because what I'm saying is it's going to be so underrated. It's going to be such a. If their label, if their agency, whatever pushes it, it can do really, really well.
And you think Emptiness Machine is better than Two-Face?
I mean, like I said, I could go back and forth. Like I could be like, oh, Two-Face is better. This one's whatever. But it's really just what I've been waiting for. Two-Face and Emptiness Machine. Those are two, and I gave you everything I had. Those were just what Linkin Park fans, not the stands, that's what we've been wanting. And I think that's what we got, and I'm really happy about those.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so from worst to best. Worst is the intro, that doesn't really count. I have to say Cut the Bridge. It's fun. It's cute. It just doesn't hit as hard as the others. Next is
Overflow is better than Cut the Bridge.
I'm not there yet.
Sorry.
Next is Stained, just because, like I said, it's fine. It's good. It's really good. All these songs are fantastic songs. I just have to put them in order. Next is Overflow, just because I think it's really vibey. I think it's a good, cool vibe, more than the.
I can see where you came to that conclusion for Stained as well. I was just thinking about it in the promotional aspect and the underrated aspect of like, they could just do so much with it, you know.
Yeah.
But as an album as whole or whatever, I get why that would be rated low.
Next is Emptiness Machine. Obviously, like,
it's so good.
The problem is when you release that first single, no matter what, everyone is gonna over listen to that song, and the real fans are gonna be tired of it by the time the album comes out. That happens all the time. Like, do I want to know Arctic Monkeys? I don't want to ever listen to that song ever again. It's an amazing song, but it's just like, I'm like already over it, and it's just sad. So it's sadly there. Obviously still a great song. I think Casualty is a little bit better than that, because it's just fun.
That's what you were waiting for, and you wanted something like that, so I think you got that.
Yep. Next is Over Each Other. It's just so catchy, and that one is just climbing its way up and higher and higher. Next is Heavy as the Crown, just because it's the perfect formula.
You know, right? The lore, and I think as someone who knows the lore, it makes you rate it higher.
Yeah. Good Things Go is right here for now. Top 3 is Good Things Go is at 3. I really like it a lot, but honestly, I don't know if this one's going to stay at 3. If anything, it's going to go lower, and things are going to take over it. I don't see it going higher than 3. Next is I Gave You Everything I Had, because it's fun and also going to be a grower. Just really, really fun. Like, just really, like, heavy at the end as well. From now on, I don't need you. It's just, like, a really cool, powerful line. And, yeah, it's a good one. And I think the best song is Two-Faced. It's just the perfect song.
It's a good one.
It's the perfect song. They took the formula of One Step Closer, and this is, like, 20 years later, almost 25 years later. Like, if they were to make that song today, it would sound just like that. And I think it's a killer song.
I think that's what I meant, was like those 3 are just what we've been wanting, what we've been waiting for. Because like you said, it could have been done with Chester. And I think that's what I really liked. Or at least, I don't know if you feel that way. But
Yeah. For some context, my favorite Linkin Park album is 1,000 Suns. So I like the experimental, atmospheric, different, you know, kind of like songs like Blackout, songs like Waiting for the End, or Wretches and Kings. Like, I like that they don't have traditional song structures, and I think Linkin Park strives in that area, and I think they got a good mix of everything on this album.
Okay.
They have the atmospheric stuff. They have the poppy radio-friendly stuff. They have the very heavy stuff that would never be on the radio. And I think altogether, like, like I was saying, like, each song could be picked from an album in the past, and it could easily be on those. So overall,
and it does, like you were about to say, it does kind of culminate into something new, because they are starting from the beginning, and it's like, this is what we're doing
full
right
circle.
now. Yeah.
It's full circle. Overall, this album is a 9 out of 10 for me.
Okay. I think knowing more of the lore, like you were explaining to me at the beginning, I probably would have rated it like a 6 or a 7. I'm not gonna lie, just because of the fluff, I'd call it, the fluff songs. But knowing more about it, having more of a feel, and like feeling the emotions that, you know, Mike was probably feeling creating these songs with this new singer. And Emily, if you're ever seeing this video, like, much kudos to you, because I know how hard it must be to pick up the torch, such a heavy torch that was left behind.
Such a heavy crown.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And so, that one was, it was really great. And if you guys like this video, hit the like, comment, sub. Let us know what your favorite ones are.
Yeah.
Know that our ratings are going to change through time. Like, these were very, like, quick. We already listened to the album separate, and we were just kind of like listening to little snippets here and there, just trying to remember.
It's almost to the point where I'm scared to release this, because I know a month from now I'm going to be like, why did I say that? This song is clearly so much better. So that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
You know?
But we want to start doing these. This is like our new YouTube channel together that we're doing. Just a little combined thing. But let us know what you guys want us to review next, because we have a lot. He has a huge catalog that he listens to that I've never heard before, vice versa. And I would love for us to just show each other stuff for the first
Do
time.
videos like this.
Yeah.
For example, you don't know any Deftones albums. I would love to give you a good Deftones album or a good Radiohead album and be like, listen to this, let's talk, and vice versa.
And you don't really listen to like Still Woozy or Wallows or like the Marias or anything. And my stuff's very.
Why would I? I'm kidding.
They're amazing.
That's a joke.
That's why.
It's a serious
Because I have
joke.
like a really good.
I know.
Music taste.
I trust your taste. So thank you guys for watching. Love you.
Oh my God.